Wife accidentally sent me pics meant for her lover. What happened next ruined her. I still remember the exact moment everything changed. It was a quiet Thursday evening, the kind of night when life feels ordinary and predictable. I was sitting on the couch, sipping my coffee, scrolling through emails after a long day at work. My phone buzzed with a message from my wife, Emily. At first, I smiled. She rarely texted during her girls' night out, and I assumed it was something sweet. But when I opened the message, my world shattered. There it was, a picture. Not of us, not of something innocent, but a photo she clearly meant for someone else. It wasn't just the image that broke me, it was the caption that came with it. Can't wait for you tonight, baby. He thinks I'm with the girls. For a moment, I froze. My heart raced so fast it felt like I couldn't breathe. My mind went blank. Denial hit me first. No, it has to be a mistake. Maybe it's a prank. But deep down, I knew. The truth was staring me right in the face, burning through my chest like fire. I didn't respond. Instead, I sat there, staring at my phone for what felt like hours, replaying every moment of our marriage, the laughter, the promises, the quiet mornings. It all felt fake now. When she finally came home later that night, she was smiling, smelling like expensive perfume, cheeks slightly flushed. Hey babe, she said casually, dropping her purse on the counter. You okay? You look pale. I didn't answer. I just looked at her, the woman I had trusted with my life. Emily, I said softly, you sent me something by mistake. Her face went white. Her lips trembled, and she instantly knew. I saw the realization hit her like a tidal wave. James, I can explain, she stammered, tears already forming. But I didn't want explanations. Not yet. I stood up, handed her phone back to her, and said, tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow. Sleep wherever you want tonight. I walked out of the house, got into my car, and drove aimlessly into the night, the betrayal echoing in my head with every passing mile. The next day, I couldn't focus at work. Every sound, every thought, brought me back to that image. Eventually, I decided I needed to know everything, the truth, no matter how painful. I went home early and started checking things I had ignored before, her laptop, her messages, her social media. What I found confirmed my worst fears. There were months of messages with a man named Ryan, a coworker from her office. I read how they flirted, shared private jokes, and planned their secret meetups. She had lied so smoothly, using her girls' nights as an excuse to be with him. By the time she came home, I was sitting at the dining table, surrounded by printed screenshots of her messages. She froze at the sight. I didn't yell. I didn't throw things. I just said, sit. She sat down, shaking. James, please, I made a mistake. It didn't mean anything. It's over, I swear. But the pain inside me wasn't something words could erase. A mistake, I said quietly. You planned this for months. You told him things you never told me. You gave him what I thought only I had. My voice cracked. You destroyed everything. She broke down crying, begging me to forgive her, promising she'd do anything to fix it. But forgiveness wasn't something I could hand out like spare change. I needed time, and I needed justice. So I came up with a plan. I wasn't going to shout or humiliate her right away. I wanted her to see the full weight of what she had done, to make her realize that betrayal doesn't just destroy trust, it destroys lives. The next weekend, we had a family gathering planned at my parents' house. Emily begged me to let her come, hoping to pretend things were normal. I agreed, but I had something in mind. During dinner, when everyone was talking about how perfect our marriage seemed, I stood up and said, actually, I think it's time I share something important with everyone. Emily's face went pale. She whispered, James, please don't. But it was too late. I took out my phone, projected the screenshots on the TV, and said, this is what's been happening behind closed doors. The room went silent. My parents looked heartbroken. Her parents, sitting across the table, stared at their daughter in disbelief. Emily sobbed uncontrollably, trying to speak, but there were no excuses left. Every lie she had told had been exposed in front of the very people she had pretended to impress. That night, she packed her bags and left. Weeks went by. She tried calling, texting, showing up at my work, even begging my parents to talk to me. But I was done. I filed for divorce and started therapy to rebuild my life. It wasn't easy, the nights were lonely, the silence unbearable. But over time, I learned something powerful. Healing isn't about forgetting what happened, it's about learning who you are after the pain. A few months later, I heard that Ryan had broken things off with her. Apparently, he didn't want baggage. She had lost everything, her marriage, her job, her reputation. And while part of me felt pity, another part felt peace. Because I hadn't ruined her, she had done that herself. Today, I'm stronger than ever. I've learned that sometimes betrayal isn't the end, it's the beginning of rediscovering your worth. Emily's mistake taught me that love without respect is just an illusion. And as I look back on that message, that one accidental photo, I realize something profound. Sometimes, fate exposes lies in the cruelest ways possible, not to destroy us, but to set us free.